Hello everyone, welcome to our Let's Play series of Pillars of Eternity 2. This is Colonel RPG as usual, and I'm very happy that you're chose to join me today here in the, I don't remember the name of the palace, but it's the Palace of Nekataka, and we are talking to the Queen Onekaza II, and, yeah, well, we're actually not talking, we just came in, everybody was having kind of an argument going back and forth, because, of course, the Valians and the Huana are kind of at each other's throats, apparently. It's not going too well between them two, at least between these two representatives of their people, and Queen Onezaka II says an interesting visitor in difficult times, but she says that with a sort of a reverb on her voice. We'll see what that means. I think she's talking to us in thought, and that's why last episode I was a little bit freaked out. Let's see what happens. You cannot be here, she says, to deliver a favorable omen. And she actually asks that. She doesn't say that, though her mouth doesn't move. That's right. Onekaza's voice comes to you like an insistent memory nestled among your surface thoughts. So she might be a watcher. It would be really cool if she was a watcher. There's a bit of a problem with the watching the whole thing business. Actually, now that I think about it, we never really solved the madness that we... Stop breaking things, please. We never really solved the madness that our character would eventually fall into in Pillars of Eternity 1, did we? Do we still have the same problem? Maybe we do. But it would be interesting if she were a watcher and is not mad. That'd be good. I'm gonna nod to her. So you cannot be here to deliver a favorable omen. Well, no. I'm gonna nod.
Allow me to apologize as I toss you before the wolves.
Interesting. Though she turns to the dignitaries, you still feel her attention on you.
This one is a watcher blessed by Tangaloa. I suspect that many of our questions about Hasongo will soon be answered.
A Tangaloa would be Bereth, or the representation of Bereth, or something. Bereth as Rikuhu, the twin ill god that represents a cyclic connection between overworld and underworld. The queen's voice fills the expansive throne room, leaving you with a hushed silence to feel. Well, I'm gonna be as... She apologized to me, so I'm gonna be as rude, not to her though, but as sort of uncouth as possible. Let's see if I can do something like that. Sorry, what is Hasongo? That's true, I don't know what it is. Let's take stock of my audience first. The Valian, Nero, projects affluence with his fine garb and gems. Karu, the Rawatayan Hazanui, which I believe is a priest, if I remember correctly. Admiral, it's a guy that just goes in ships, or is just the boss of ships, stands rigidly watching the assembly through slitted eyes. She seems like someone who rarely leaves her back to a room. Onekaza, the Huana Queen, is all ease and comfort, though something in her bearing speaks of quiet, measured intensity. Her brother, standing away from the proceedings, which I believe is this guy over here, cannot hide a satisfied grin. The chaos of the hall appeals to him. Interesting. I wonder why. I guess maybe we'll find out. Yeah, let's go with that. Sorry, what's Hasongo?
One of our busiest ports.
Oh.
Much of the food we send to Rawatai passes through Hasongo.
However, oh, she was fidgeting with her pipe. However, the frown that troubles her face suggests that there is something else of importance at Hasongo, something she has chosen not to reveal.
I take it from your question that you are not here to enlighten us about Hasongo.
Well, if it pleases the court... Oh my god, I have no idea what's going on. If it pleases the court, I've journeyed from a crippled, Port Maget.
Uck, I know this one. Her parlor tricks frightened 10 years of every sailor in Queen's Birth.
Thank you. Raising her hand for silence, Onekaza looks to her brother. He approaches and they exchange a few words quietly, too quietly to hear. She lifts her gaze to you once more.
We assembled to discuss the darkening of Hasongo, one of Rawatai's colonies. Watcher, it seems you have the floor.
Well, yeah. It's possible... Well, this darkening here is because they're not hearing from them, I believe. I hear. Or I believe, because I think I heard something about that before, but I don't remember Hasongo being mentioned. It might have been Port Maget as well. Maget, sorry, I apologize. I just keep forgetting that it's pronounced like that. Well, we must do something before Elthas tramples yet another settlement. I'm just gonna drop the bomb on them.
Huh. What sailor's tale is this?
There's no sane explanation for what's been happening. You keep waiting for one, it'll be too late.
Does tilling the soils of the Eastern Reach drive all men mad? You sound as crazy as the Dawn Star Dreamers.
She looks at Adair the way one would look at an especially rabid but fascinating animal.
Have you not heard the rumors, Karu? An Adra Colossus marching across the sea. Sailor tales, but credible ones.
Well, consistent, maybe, is what he should say. Nero crosses his arms, looking distinctly uncomfortable.
How came a watcher from half the world away to be involved in these happenings? Enlighten the court.
Well, so Beothas kind of emerged from beneath my castle, Cadnua. He sort of made this personal. He broke my sword. I since fixed it, but I still want to get some. It's personal. Silence descends on the hall, I figured. Courtiers and delegates eye one another, seemingly gauging which of them will be the first to laugh. A stern look from Queen Onekaza turns every questioning glance to stone.
Tracking down a god who stands as tall as a mountain. A fisherman with poor eyesight could do this. My priests will trip over their feet to interpret his divine plan. Watcher, can you cut through the din and tell for what he comes to the Deadfire?
I wish I knew. That's the problem. The gods... No, wait a minute. What? That's not even an answer. How interesting. I can say a non-answer. That's cool. Oh, actually, well, there is a reason. Yeah, the Adder pillars. The reason why he's using the Adder pillars is still not unknown. Or is still not known, I should say. But, let's go with this. Let's try and be as cooperative as possible. Yes, I plan on using No, wait a minute. What? No. Can you cut through the din and tell for what he comes to Deadfire? That's what I come for the Deadfire. Though using the... Yeah, whatever Eothas is here to accomplish, I'll let the truth out. I'll get the truth out of him.
I believe our course is clear. We will send the Watcher to Hisongo.
She spreads her hands, calmly assured of her reasoning.
Set sail to the west of Nekataka. I would tell you to keep a weather eye out for a lighthouse, but the God of Light did not appreciate competition. Something to add, Hazanui? You have an eager look about you. She believes herself entitled to my ear, I say.
What? Onekaza's gaze wanders back to you only briefly. Who is she talking about? She's talking to Hazanui, that's her brother. Is she talking to her brother in sort of a different dimension and we are just listening? Is that what it is? We can't have like direct telepathy, peer-to-peer or something? It's an open chat? That's not very friendly. Also, it'd be... Well, actually, it makes sense, actually, in this setting. No, wait, or am I mixing things up with Planescape Torment? No, I'm not. I don't think I'm mixing things up with Planescape Torment. I believe in the first game, because we become a Watcher, we start hearing whispers all over the place, and that's the whispers of souls and other things, but just remnants of essence and stuff like that. So it would make sense that there's just a different plane in which Watchers can talk, or at least a different plane to which Watchers can listen to. And of course, if she mastered the way to talk in that plane, that would be why we can listen to her. But probably she can't really direct her voice, I would say. I would guess.
Only that Hisongo is a Rawatayan outpost. It would be useful for the Watcher to take one of ours along.
Oh, am I mistaken? Are they both Hazanui, or... Oh, okay, then... Yeah. So that is... Okay, it wasn't to her brother, it was to Karu. And she believes herself entitled to my ear, she says. Yeah, now that makes sense. Now that makes more sense. But still, it isn't completely... And that would also be assuming that he's a Watcher. But it still isn't completely out of possibility that whatever she says, any Watcher can listen in on. Karu inclines her chin to another woman standing nearby.
Ma'am.
The composed Aomawa stands at attention, her furrowed brow cleaving down otherwise warm features. By her feet, a colorful bird preens itself without concern. What? That's the best? Is that the bird right there? I don't know what that bird is. I like birds that don't flee. even at the sound of cannons, whatever that is.
Maya's an expert sailor and a better sharpshooter. The best the Brass Citadel has to offer. Whatever comes your way, she'll see it first.
If it gets me and Ashiza out of diplomat duty, we'd set sail with a drunk scolder at the helm.
Maya sighs with resignation and nudges her bird affectionately with her toe.
Ac, perfito. Do you mean to stop Iotas by shooting him? Seri Palagina will go with the Watcher. Show her how the Republics handle things.
That's a family name? Sere Palagina? That was not her. Was that her first name? She's not here, though. Is she? Oh, it's a different person. The guard behind him coughs politely.
Your Excellency, Palagina Messerai has been banished. She has been seen in Queen's Berth. I can have a report to headquarters.
Nero silences the guard with a withering look and a sharp gesture.
You should feel no obligation to take on additional crew. The choice is yours.
Oh, I can choose either one. Well, no, now I can't. Yeah, because Palagina doesn't join us because she was banished by the Valiant Republics, as per the ending of the first game, or the ending I got anyway. Yeah, I'll take Maya. Always good to have a rifle on hand. So she's, well, she shoots. So I guess is she a ranger? She must be. A ranger with a bird, though.
Say the word and I'll shoot the tip off a green boy's nose.
Also, I know who this voice actress is, and I don't remember her name because I'm terrible with names. Ishiza looks up at Maya and warbles something agreeable. Seraphin's eyes close as he nods along. Why? Because he's worldly. Oh, also, Shodi, he's fine with that.
You are making a mistake, Watcher.
Am I? What?
In times like these, trustworthy allies are the most valuable asset of all.
Don't act like I could choose Palagina. Shut up.
Calm down, Nero. I'm sure you'll get one of your spies in place eventually. In the meantime, Watcher, I hope you'll meet me in the Brass Citadel. There's more for us to discuss among friendlier company.
And of course she glares briefly at Nero.
I believe we are finished here. Aruihi?
What? 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 Queen Onekaza rises from her throne, and the surrounding guards stand at immediate attention.
Aren't we popular? Take care at Hasongo. The Deadfire was overfull before Aethys blundered in.
Overfull. She nods at you as she adjourns.
Your allies will use you toward any end. Do not give your trust lightly.
Onekaza clears her throat and sweeps the room with her gaze.
I say it is beyond time our guests lick their wounds somewhere else.
Oh, that's her brother. Okay. I was like, who's Haruhi? He banishes the foreign dignitaries with a swift and unmistakably disgusted wave.
Let's speak.
And we, of course, have she's a ranger. Okay, a ranger and a rogue. That's brilliant. That is brilliant. I like that. Rangers aren't very good, though, in general, unfortunately. At least they weren't in the first game. Well, she's gonna be a mix. Rogue is... what are even the reasons behind having a rogue? I used the rogue. I think... I made a rogue in as a secondary character in my Let's Play of Pillars of Eternity 1. I never really figured out why they would what they were good for. They were just a class that used. I don't have any. Anyway, let's see what she is all about. I'm gonna go with the ranger and the rogue because both of them are sort of weak classes. Ranger and wizard would be nice because but I'm keeping it there for right now. I'll send Seraphin away. And I will need to send Seraphin away right now, and that's how that goes.
While we have the chance.
Whoa. Was this guy? Was that guy who said that? Let's speak, Watcher, while we have the chance. No, it was Aruhi. Aruihi. Oh, that's actually a beautiful name. It's difficult to pronounce, though. Coronet of Waves, the quest item. Okay, that's not what I need. What I do need... and I want to see if I can figure out how I do that. It's party management. Oh, maybe over here. How do I... What? Oh, reputations. Okay, Aleph doesn't like me too much. Oh, the Ardo... Is that how we... Only... That's how many companions we have? Oh boy, this... Or maybe... I don't know. I have no idea. But she's level 1, so we're gonna need to level her up. I am also gonna disable all of your special behaviors, because nope. And also defensive and defensive. Yeah, including the animal auto attack, please. Thank you. Okay, so you, yes, I'm gonna talk to you in a little bit. You're gonna go over there. That was a weird thing. She has an animal, which is Ichiza. Ichiza. And animals have special abilities now. Oh, Bond. Wait a minute, what? No, don't pause. Don't pause. This is the ability. Bond. Rangers are... What does that do? Oh, no, that's a... Is that a passive? I am not sure exactly what's going on. AI active? What's that second one? Auto attack only. Ah, that's smart, actually. That's smart. That's very good. Let's have a chat with her and see what she's all about, and then we'll level her up.
I know exactly what you're thinking.
She folds her arms and clicks her tongue against the roof of her mouth. And what's that?
You're asking yourself, how did I let the Royal Deadfire Company plant an informant in my crew?
Wait a minute. She chuckles to herself, but there's a note of resignation to it. Shodi nibbles on her lips to hide a spreading smile.
My superiors might expect me to report in from time to time, but don't read too much into it. You're not the only big thing happening around here.
Well, I thought... Yeah. That's gonna be interesting. Well, I did have Pallegina in the first game. Well, it's fine to have Maya now.
I'm in this for a lot of information, a little diplomacy, and plenty of target practice.
And also sneaking up and opening locks, because you're a rogue now, ma'am. At least you're upfront about spying, that's true. Let's see... what if my actions damage the Royal Deadfire Company?
This whole campaign is a risk-benefit analysis. The Navy knows you're a gamble, and they're factoring in all potential losses. Rawatai is here to do some good work, since the Huana can't seem to do it themselves. Maybe just try and stay out of our way.
Maybe not, actually. I'm not really sure. This is gonna be an interesting thing to have her in my team. At least you're upfront about spying on me.
Better that you hear it from me than someone else, right?
Well, I did hear it for someone else, but...
The company isn't in the business of reassigning officers outside of the mission unless they've got a damn good reason. And you are a damn good reason. Take the compliment.
Oh, I do take the compliment. I think my character is gonna be good at that, or has already been good at that. I think. I'm seeking Althus. No, I do want part in the trading company drama. I want to see what is going on with that, and I want to see if there's any nasty things going on with it. So the trade of soul stones or whatever. As long as you're keen on taking orders, I don't object to having you aboard.
Uncomplicated. Just the way I like it. Oh, guess you ought to meet the bird. Ishi is smarter than he looks, but don't expect him to do any tricks.
That was not the name. Was that why is that a different name? That was not the name. I could swear it's not the name. She nods towards the colorful bird of prey hopping around your ankles.
Ishi, come.
Maya taps her arm with 2 fingers and clicks her tongue again.
That's a good-looking bird.
Don't pet it, Adair. It's not fluffy. It's a bird. Oh man, he's gonna pet it. Adair raises one hand and waggles his index finger. Oh no. It's a good thing he doesn't use pistols.
Hey, birdie. Hey, birdie.
Oh, Ishi. Okay, so it's Ishiza, or Ishi. She actually pronounced it Ichi. Didn't she pronounce it Ishi? Ichi. Ishiza. Yeah. It's an abbreviation, of course. And Ishi shows no sign of recognition towards Maya or Adair. Ishi simply claws at the ground and investigates some bugs a few graceful hops away. In the royal palace? I'm gonna click my tongue like Maya. Because if anything, that's gonna impress Maya. Probably not Ishi. Cocking his head, Ishiza turns to you with a mixture of curiosity and skepticism. Maya thumbs her chin, nodding. Oh, she likes the pocket knife. Good.
Takes practice before he'll listen to you properly, but that's a good start.
Adair looks at Ishiza, who bobs his head in response. Adair nods twice, and the large bird replies with 2 head bobs. Adair begins tilting his head up and down, and Ishiza follows it with vigorous full-body bobs.
Did your friend suffer a head wound?
That's not even the worst. Encouraged, Adair starts bouncing his body up and down, at which point Ishiza stops bouncing and watches Adair with cockeyed curiosity. And then Maya asked that. I'm not really sure, Maya. It would be terrible if he had, because that's... I mean, if this is supposed to be the sequel to... the spiritual sequel to the spiritual sequel of Baldur's Gate, then it would make sense that our brute of a friend suffered a head wound in between the first and the second game, but I don't think so.
Before we get into deeper waters, I've got a question.
And she clears her throat into her fist.
You've got a ship and a title. Being captain means more than just wearing a big hat. A lot of tough calls to be made.
But I still got the big hat, right?
Well, naturally. That's your right. A crew can be like family. They can also be like a nest of squalling infants. Let's say your galley cook was fixing to organize the rest of the crew into a mutiny. How would you handle it?
Let's see. I'd get ahead of the problem and compromise with the crew. If she, well, I'll talk to the galley cook and ask, hey, what's up? What do you want mutiny? Can I join? Or something like that. Or I don't know. Depends. If my life depended on it, I guess I might flee. Or if I don't know. Let's see. If she had a better grasp on morale, I'd cede command until we made port. Well, I guess if I wouldn't feel to be the rightful captain of the ship, that would, I mean, but it doesn't have to be with a better grasp on morale. It's like, oh, you know the good in here. I can't make the decisions for myself or something. Like, I mean, I guess if they didn't want, grasp on morale. It's not morality. It's the morale of the crew. Oh yeah, that actually makes sense then. Yeah, let's go with that. Sounds good.
I've never heard such agreeable terms of surrender. But then again, I've only served under ruthless iron braggarts. Of course, the only right answer is the one that works in a given time and place. I just wanted to hear yours.
Yeah, but but then that's kind of right after the fact, isn't it? If you're gonna be it like that, it's like, I guess you need to try and see. I'm not gonna be the one to judge, because it's the only right answer is the one that works in the situation. What's yours? Your answer?
Ask me again when I'm wearing the big hat. That'll be a different Maya.
Will she? And Shodi likes that, apparently.
But enough about me. Glad to be aboard, Captain.
Okay, I had some questions, though.
I've got some answers.
She is awesome. Tell me about your family.
Well, my parents came from the Deadfire. I'm getting a taste of my roots. After they emigrated to Rawatai, their talents caught the Ranganui's eye. He saw them as this spectacle, this achievement of the old country, I guess. So they were honored guests. Not many Huana rose to distinction in Takoa. We were also curiosities. Even as we broke the same bread and tossed back the same wine, the Ranganui's friends always checked under the table to see if I had a tail. Kana thought it was hilarious.
Did you... Wait a minute. He's Island Almawa. Do you guys have tails? Nobody has tails. Oh, I have the wrong race if you guys have tails. Is that normal? Hey. Let's see. So that sounds intolerable. Well, the harassing, yeah, I suppose. You don't, right? That would be just contributing to that. Island Almawa aren't that different from coastal Almawa. Well, that's kind of what I was asking for. Is it, where does that come from? And this is just dismissing. Hey, whatever you say. Like, whatever. Yeah. Are you that different from coastal Almawa?
You're telling me.
Oh, yeah, I was saying that they aren't.
Growing up in the Ranganui's shadow wasn't all bad. We had tutors and advisors at our disposal, and lots of folk from stranger parts than these. I spent my days learning to shoot, while my more academic siblings learned to express themselves. I leave you to judge who spent their time better.
I suppose, how did you and Ichi first get acquainted?
I won a shooting competition at the Ranganui's estate. This was a few years before enlisting with the Navy. As a reward, he gave me the freedom of the royal eyrie and said I could take my pick of the warbirds.
And she kneels and strokes under Ishiza's beak.
Stinkfeathers here kicked a rather pretty hawk off my arm so he could have me all to himself. Been inseparable ever since.
Oh, that's... so you were chosen, I guess. So you're one of Kana's siblings, aren't you? Wait a minute, Kana's? Oh, somebody did tell me this in the comments. How do I know that? Was I supposed to connect the dots, or maybe Kana did mention this. Kana is a companion in the first game. Maybe he mentions this in the first game. Let's go with this.
Sure am. And I heard that you two spent some time together. Funny how the gods toss things together. He came back from the Deerwood with his head full of stories about the Ingwithans. Used them to make an argument for our expansion into the north, and by the gods did people ever listen. He lost some of that childish glow, but the weird ideas stayed with him. You clearly had some sway on his opinions, more than I ever did. Wish you had told Kana to give up on the poetry. He's got no ear for it.
Yeah, I didn't particularly fancy that too much either. I kind of just pushed him in the right direction. There wasn't really much. I didn't sort of convince him to change his views or anything. When I say right direction, I mean the direction he was heading for. So I didn't agree with parts of his view, worldview and all that, but the other parts were okay. He's not here, is he? Oh, come on. I actually wanted to ask if he was here. I did my best to help kind of find the meaning he sought. That's actually true.
You kept him alive in any case, while he wandered the lands in search of stories. I do with bullets what Kana did with words. Just in case you were wondering, the comparison ends there.
Sounds good to me. Anyway, we're out of time for the day, so let's continue talking to Maya over here next episode. For right now, I'm Colonel RPG, and this has been Pillars of Eternity 2. I really hope you've enjoyed it, and if you did, go ahead and leave a comment, like the video if you want to see the next episode come out sooner rather than later, but above all, thank you so much for watching, and I hope I'll see you next episode. Bye-bye.